So this one was really tricky for me because the first question was, how might your multicultural identity impact the way you manage a classroom? And it took me a long time to think about because I couldn't think of anything that would get in the way with my culture impacting my classroom because there's just not anything that comes to mind when I think of it. So the best way I can say is that I was raised around different cultures, many different cultures with different members of my family and the friends I associated with, and things like that. So I don't feel like I could find anything that would necessarily impact the way I teach because I'm open to all cultures, and I don't see that I don't see that as something that ends up being a problem for me with teaching. Sorry, that was so hard to explain. And then what happens with classroom management when there is a cultural mismatch between students and teachers in schools? I feel like that's something that I'm going to do my best to keep from happening. So I know that I will go out of my way for my students' needs. And if there is something that is against their culture, or if there's something that I'm putting out there that I guess just isn't good for them, then I would definitely evaluate how I'm handling different situations or what I'm teaching in class, and if that's possible. So just to the best of my ability, and I know that everything is kind of based by different situations and different scenarios. So the best thing I could say is that I would just try to do it to the best of my ability to make sure that I'm not causing a divide in my class. And I really want to preach just kindness in my classroom and try to make it to where like nobody feels left out or sad, or like I don't want any prejudice or racial or sexism or anything like that going on in my class. Like I want to try to prevent that the best way I can. So who's responsible for building the bridge between students, families, and communities with teachers/schools? And I feel like it takes everybody. So I feel like it involves teachers especially. It involves parents and faculty in the school to make sure it's a safe space for everyone. But overall in my classroom, I think that it is my responsibility to keep it as safe as I possibly can, and make sure that I'm accommodating for all cultures if that's something I need to do. I know like one thing that I kind of thought about was I celebrate Christmas and some cultures don't. And so if I have any kids in my classroom that don't celebrate Christmas, I'm probably not going to go all out and decorate for Christmas. I'm going to keep it fair and make sure that every student's happy and just kind of play it by school year, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's the answers to my questions. I hope that I answered them the best way I could. Thank you.